Synonyms, words that mean almost the same. Final, a word that means the same as final. Last. A word that means the same. A word that means the same as ancient. Wait for me. A word that means the same as tremble. A word that means the same as make. And a word that means the same as below. Beneath. A word that means the same as work. Job. Wait for me to ask. A word that means the same as hurt. Pain. A word that means the same as sparkle. Glitter. A word that means the same as under. Below. Good job. A word that means the same as divide. Split. A word that means the same as awful. Good job. A word that means the same as difficult. A word that means the same as decorate.
To make pretty.
To make pretty. A word that means the same as behind.
Back up.
In the back of. A word that means the same as cruel.
Mean.
A word that means the same as thief.
Robber.
A word that means the same as heal. Cure. A word that means the same as distant.
Far away.
Far. A word that means the same as circulate.
Rotate.
Good job. Move around. A word that means the same as start.
Begin.
A word that means the same as near. Close by. A word that means the same as familiar. Well known. A word that means the same as terrified.
Scared.
Frightened. A word that means the same as equal.
Same.
A word that means the same as leave.
Go away.
A word that means the same as honor.
Respect.
A word that means the same as contain.
Hold.
A word that means the same as correct.
Right.
A word that means the same as fragile.
Breakable.
A word that means the same as energy.
Power.
A word that means the same as nice.
Time.
A word that means the same as error.
Mistake.
A word that means the same as autumn.
Fall.
A word that means the same as unusual. A word that means the same as happy.
Delightful.
Glad. A word that means the same as gift. A word that means the same as defend.
Protect.
A word that means the same as ruin. Spoil. A word that means the same as form.
Shake.
A word that means the same as bonus.
Extra.
A word that means the same as marvelous.
Beautiful.
No. Wonderful. This one always gets you. And that's the end of it.
42.